Want to hear something wild? Nike paid $35 for its logo, and Google? Its original logo was made using a free font and a basic design tool. Apple, on the other hand, paid $100,000 for its logo. So it's safe to say, figuring out how much a logo actually costs isn't straightforward. I'm Anina from Looka, and in this video, let's unpack what goes into the price of a logo and how much a logo should cost. There are a few factors to consider when looking at pricing. Designing a logo involves research, brainstorming, sketches, and several design concepts. The costs of creating a logo vary based on time, money, and quality. Here are a few things to consider. The design process. The most affordable option is to use an online logo maker. The most expensive option is to work with a graphic design agency. Each option has varying time and expertise needed to do research, brainstorm, design, and revise. Designer expertise. Not all professional designers offer the same skill level. A logo design bought for $15 off of Fiverr will likely be of a lower quality than a graphic designer with 10+ years of experience who runs their own design business. Location. If you're working offline with a designer, costs will vary based on location. A logo designed by someone living in Manhattan will cost much more than someone living in Little Rock, Arkansas. Revision process. Working with a professional logo designer often involves revisions to get your logo right. But beyond one revision, you're likely looking at additional costs. Logo quality. You'll need a professional designer if you want a highly customized logo design that involves hand-drawn illustrations and custom fonts. But you can get a high-quality logo through logo makers and freelancers if you do your own research and brainstorming. Don't worry, I'm here to guide you through the cost of making a logo and what each option includes. Let's get started. The first option is to do it yourself. If you're looking to flex your design chops, you might want to take a stab at making your own logo. However, creating a logo design is challenging. The biggest cost will be your time creating a logo on paper and then choosing the right design software, which has its own cost. The pros are you'll have complete creative control, and there are online tutorials to hold your hand as you learn new software. The cons are you'll have to learn design principles in software and spend time and money on these subscriptions. You also might not get the look that you want. The most popular platforms for logo design are Sketch, Adobe Illustrator, Vector, and Inkscape. Vector is a free option and with very basic functions. Here's a logo I whipped up to show you. Sketch, Illustrator, and Inkscape all have an annual or monthly subscription ranging from $10 to $32 a month. Now, there's a reason why people pay to have their logo designed. It isn't easy, especially without a background in design. This option is great for folks who have a knack for using these programs or need something super simple. The next option is to buy and customize a logo template. Pre-made templates cut some of the time and effort you need to create a high-quality logo from scratch, so they're a great in-between. However, you'll need access to design software that we mentioned in option 1 to customize the logo. So there are additional costs to consider. The pros are less time and effort to create a high-quality logo from scratch. These templates can come with more than just a logo, some offering brand and packaging as well as social media design. The cons are you'll need a paid subscription to these programs. Changing colors and fonts is limited, and using a template also means other people could have a very similar logo to yours. You don't want to shell out your hard-earned cash for an overused and unoriginal design. Marketplaces like Adobe Express, Creative Market, and Canva have templated logos you can look through and purchase. Adobe Express and Canva have free logo templates, while the Creative Market ranges from $9 to $500 and above. Here are a couple of free templated logos that I made on Adobe Express and Canva. It took me about 5 minutes. Creative Market has a ton of options. You can get single logos for $9 and up, entire batches of logo templates from $50 and up, or an entire brand template for $20 and up. Keep in mind, you need a design tool to customize these logos. Up next, we have online logo makers. The greatest choice, at least in our opinion, is to start with an AI-powered logo maker, like Looka. You don't need design experience, just a general idea of what you want and some time to get inspired. You'll have the option to play around with different fonts, colors, layouts, and features. A logo with this option will cost you from $20 to $129. The logo maker applies the rules of design and picks designer-approved color palettes so you have little room for error. The best part is, You don't have to buy anything until you're 100% happy, and you get unlimited changes to your logo even after purchase. The pros? It's fast, affordable, and has professional quality. You also don't need any design skills. The cons? Logo makers may not have the customization options that you want. You also have no direct guidance on creating a brand. And lastly, licensing terms can vary for each platform. Up next, crowdsourcing. Think of crowdsourcing as a contest. You post a detailed logo brief to a community of designers, including the price you're willing to pay. Freelancers can then submit their unique designs for a chance to be picked. The pros are, you'll get a ton of ideas from different designers based on your design brief, and you only choose and pay for the one that you like. You also get a couple of revisions. The cons are, quantity doesn't always mean quality, so you may not like any of the designs that come through. You also won't be able to change your mind down the line. Platforms like DesignCrowd, 99 Designs, and DesignHill are popular for crowdsourcing logo designs. Costs for running a logo contest start from $250 and can go up to $1,700. The next option is to hire a freelance logo designer. Hiring a freelancer means you'll get to work with an expert to create a professional logo design. You'll get a designer who does the research, the brainstorming, and design for you. Depending on the designer's skill, a fresh logo could cost you anywhere from $250 to $2,500. Remember when choosing a freelancer to look for how much experience they have, and if they bill hourly or by project. A freelancer with less experience will likely charge less, and one with more experience will charge more. So there's a big variation in pricing for this option. The pros are, this option is great if you have an exact vision of what you want and need someone with design skills to bring it to life. The cons are, it can get expensive based on who you hire and what you need. There's a lot of back and forth, so you need to be comfortable with giving feedback. And lastly, there's no option to change your mind for free in the future. Here are a few examples of logos designed by freelance logo designers. Last but not least, option 6, hiring a logo design agency. The most expensive logo option out there is to hire a firm to do the work for you. Agencies charge upwards of $2,500 for a professional logo design, with some hitting the $5,000 to $10,000 mark. This can be overkill for someone looking to evolve a side hustle into their 9-to-5. However, it's an ideal option for established businesses that can easily shell out the cash to elevate its brand. The pros are, you'll get an expert-level logo that's well-researched and professional, along with a cohesive visual identity that'll last for years to come. On the other hand, you'll have to spend money and time participating in the exploration and research phases the agency will host. It also takes a long time to get the final product. Here's an example of what a completed logo and brand looks like from a professional agency like Ragged Edge. So, how much should you pay? If you're just starting, online tools or crowdsourcing can give you a solid head start. But if you're leveling up your brand, a freelancer, crowdsourcing, or even an agency might be worth the investment. Just remember, your logo does not have to be expensive, but it does need to be effective. If you want to test the waters, check out Luca's Logo Maker. It's fast, it's easy, and it gives you a ton of design flexibility. But no pressure, choose what's right for you. If you found this video helpful, feel free to like and subscribe. Have fun and see you next time.